Hello and welcome to another episode of Women in Power. You are watching Whatever It Takes Network. Super excited today. First, as you see, we have an awesome guest. But before I get to that, if you haven't purchased your tickets to the 10X seminar at the Hard Rock Cancun, Mexico, November 14th through the 16th, just do it now. It's going to be an awesome time to spend with like your friends, your family, whoever, and get 10X'd. But now I'd like to introduce Chanda Carroll. She is Miami's finest baking girl, and she bakes these amazing, and she made us these little, they're chocolate covered Oreos. This one says Women in Power. This one says Whatever It Takes. So this was a nice surprise because this happens to be one of my favorites. But I ran into Chanda at a few of the parties that I've been here in Miami, and finally I went up to her and I was like, so what is the deal? What's your deal? And we started talking, and I was like, we have to have you on the show because you're an entrepreneur, and I just wanted to know how you go from mom to on the path to millionaire. And so I have lots of exciting questions today. First off, Katrina Campins is with us again as usual.
Hi.
And Chanda and myself, you can follow us all on Twitter at Katrina Campins. On Twitter, you are at Baking Girl Shop, and I'm at Elena Cardone. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And so tell us where you're from, first of all.
I am from Brazil, born and raised in Brazil, and I moved to Miami 13 years ago.
And
I've been here.
Did you know English? How did you?
No, I had an idea. My father was Irish, so I had an idea. But then when I moved, I decided to come and studied English and just start a new life. Yeah,
You were just like, I'm going to Miami.
Yes.
That's so bold.
With a friend, and I stayed.
And she went
It
back.
wasn't so. No, she stayed as well.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
she's also here. Yes.
Okay, so did you always know you wanted to be in the baking business?
No, I did not. I did marketing for university, and then I started baking after my second child was born. Was at home, and then didn't have much to do besides taking care of him. He was a very good baby in the beginning.
In the beginning.
Now he's like 5 years old, all over the place. But at 3 months old, he was like sleeping and eating. It was very easy. So I started baking for friends. I've always loved sweets.
Me
I would
too.
drop this.
Yes.
Yeah, I would drop the savory for the sweet. But
And when did you realize that it was a potential business?
when a friend of a friend asked to pay for it.
Really?
And then I said, okay,
Maybe I
let
have
me,
something
yeah,
here.
maybe I have something here. I'm a good salesperson, I would say. And I said, okay, let me go study, do some classes. I did, and then I started selling.
Like, how much are the classes? Are they expensive, or was this like something you really had to go, I'm going to invest myself? No?
No, I mean, I could have gone to baking and pastry, but I didn't. I just wanted to learn how to decorate a cake. How I had never touched a fondant before. I was not into it. It was just... so I went to Brazil because I needed to learn with my way of baking. I needed to learn
Because
how
you were
to
going to do
decorate, 'cause here is
Brazilian
different.
pastries?
Yes.
Okay.
And not Brazilian pastries alone. I mean, I like the Brazilian flavors, the cake, the chocolate from Brazil, the condensed milk, and I mean, how
She's
it grew
these
up.
extravagant
milk.
names
Yeah,
like
so
dulce
it's
de
like,
leche.
here is
and-
different.
The Cubans use that too.
The Cubans use it.
That's how they get their
Near-
babies
exactly.
fat.
Yeah. Huh?
It's true.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I know. And then I went to Brazil, took some classes, some private classes with great decorators, cake decorators in Brazil. And I fell in love. And then I started selling here, selling there.
And
A
was it
lot
all
of
word of
trial and
mouth?
errors. In the beginning, yes. I mean, it's
Word
Did
of
you,
mouth.
Yeah.
Did
I
you ever
have-
want to give up? Were you like this with the trial and errors? Were you ever like, what am I doing? I'm not, where is this going? And I'm frustrated. Did you ever want to give up?
No, I've always wanted to grow up, like to no, I was at home for almost 2 years baking out of the kitchen, so the kids would go to bed at 8, I would go to the kitchen and be until 2, 3 a.m.
So what did your husband say?
He is very supportive. Until today, he was like, okay, do it. He would take care of the kids when I needed. I mean, Thursdays and Fridays afternoon, I wouldn't see the kids because he had the kids because I was baking for the weekend. And
So he saw the potential to really turn this into a
Yes,
business.
yes.
Did he help you with that?
Yes, he did. One day he got to me and said, okay, it's either a hobby or a business. If it's
Why?
a hobby,
Why did he get to that bit time? Like what
he
led
was
up to
taking
that?
too much of my time, and he was not professional. He was not. I wasn't making money.
You
out
were
of
just
it.
working
It was
out
just
of your house?
Yes, out of my house.
For how long?
For almost 2 years. I
Oh, so he
worked out of
probably
the
saw
house.
it as okay.
He's like,
yeah.
all
Yeah.
right,
So
get
like,
her out of
let's
the
open
kitchen."
a place. Yeah. So then he did. He invested. We opened the store, and then it became.
And where is
a
your
real
location
business.
now?
It's in Miami, Biscayne and 63rd
Okay.
Street.
Yeah.
We had a storefront, and we just moved to another space, to a bigger space. Yes.
Gotcha. And how many people do you have working with you?
I have 2 full-time employees right now.
And how did you
And
find the right
interns.
people?
I know.
Yeah, interns. I call all the baking and
Really?
pastry schools. Yes. And then they interned with me for 3 months, and then I hired them.
And how is that being a boss to them now?
It's good. I think I'm friendly, so it's good. I mean, they're younger, so and that's what they want to do. They want to eventually have a baking business. So, and it's a fun. It's not. We're not doing a work office every day the same thing. Every week is a different theme. It's a different cake. It's a different order. So it's
fun. It keeps you creative.
Yes, exactly. Always creating, always thinking. They help me in the creative process. Like, what do you think? Which color? Which? So it's fun. It's
Well, do they make
Playing.
mistakes? Do they show up late? How do you?
They do. But then I mean, you
correct
you
them or
correct them. You ask them.
crack the
"Hey,
whip."
let's-" Exactly. Yes. But it's
Well,
part of it.
what I'd love to hear after the break is how you actually came up with, like, did you come up with a business plan? Did your husband help you
Yes.
with that?
Yes.
How did you turn, this idea into
Oh, yeah.
a full-fledged business?
Yes.
Well, stay tuned. We're going to get the answer to that question and a whole lot more